Walmart CEO also was grilled and was asked about the state of the company and the state of the economy and inflation and stuff like that. And so I want to share that with you guys also. Make sure y'all hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, turn on your notifications, and make sure you tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat. Reading that super chat shortly, my dog. Shout out.
According to the latest Department of Labor report, the U.S. has seen 39 straight months of job growth. That is sending unemployment to a nearly 50-year low.
And now Walmart, the world's largest retailer, is advancing its push to offer corporate jobs that do not require college degrees. And ABC News business reporter Alexis Christopher sat down with the president and CEO of Walmart U.S. in an exclusive interview. And she joins us now from Washington with the latest on this story. Good to see you, my friend. What did you learn?
Good to see you guys. Thanks so much. Look, some Walmart store managers can now make over $400,000 a year, no college degree necessary. It's part of the retailer's push to offer higher paying corporate jobs to non-college grads. This morning, I sat down with the president and CEO of Walmart U.S. in this exclusive interview to talk about that and more. Why did Walmart decide to remove college degree requirements from some of these higher paid corporate jobs?
You know, I look at this a couple ways. There are so many different ways that people will find their own path to success. You know, for some of us, that means college. For some of us, it means skills. And the skills, there are a number of ways that we want to help people attain the skills to be really successful at their job at Walmart or just skills in life. And so, you know, many cases, what the skills required to do something like be a store manager or be an assistant manager in a distribution center or be a technician on robotics. You know, those are skills that are pretty specific. They can be a combination of leadership or business acumen. And we have a lot of programs where we want to make sure people have the skills they need to be successful, recognizing that while college is great for some, it's not exactly the right answer for everyone.
So basically what he's telling you is the same thing that y'all see on these resume sites and these Indeeds and all of this stuff. And when they say bachelor's degree required or some combination of real world experience and, you know, job, whatever, you know what I'm saying? So it's not any different. It's the same. For those of y'all that's thinking, oh man, I'm not going to go to college now. Well, you got to be pretty exceptional and you got to have a certain background and life experience in order to get these positions and these jobs that's ultimately going to pay a whole lot of money. That's just the facts. You're going to have to be awesome. Or what he's also referring to is that associates that's been with the company for an extended period of time that may not necessarily have a degree can also transition and eventually be trained to do some of the stuff as long as they, you know, still stay working at Walmart. So do you got a degree? And does it get you in the door? And does it get you higher? Absolutely, it gets you the job and it gets you a level up above everybody else. But a degree doesn't mean that you know how to do the job and that you're going to even be able to stay in the job. A degree is the thing that then gets you in the door. You know what I'm saying? So if you can, and you can prevent yourself from getting a whole lot of student loans, get your degree in a field that's going to be very lucrative for you.
We have to talk inflation. It's top of mind for lots of folks, and especially food inflation. 25% of all grocery spending happens at a Walmart in this country. So talk to me about these stubbornly high prices and their impact on the Walmart shopper. How have you seen their shopping habits change?
You know, we've been talking about the last couple of years, all the things we're trying to do to keep prices down or slow inflation. And, you know, happy to report right now that prices across our portfolio are about the same as last year. And I haven't been able to say that for a few years. We have 6,000 items, and for us, it's a lot, that are on what we call rollback, where we have price reductions. And big categories like general merchandise, we're seeing deflation. So I'm feeling much better about inflation in terms of pricing versus a year ago. But we're not finished. You know, our team talks about all the time what's the lowest that we can try to sell items for and what other things can we do. We have items like our 2-liter private brand soft drinks that are now $1 that are going really well. We've got French bread back to $1 loaf. That rose up to over $1.40 during the pandemic. And those are big percent drops. You know, a few cents here and there, but it adds up in a basket.
I know you've got over 100 stores going to be opening up in the next few years. How are you thinking about self-checkout? And what's the future of that at Walmart?
Yeah, we're thinking about it in a number of ways. What we want is great customer service, and we would love for a customer to be able to go check out when they're ready and choose the way that they're going to do it. However, we want to make sure that the checkout process is accurate. Retail shrinkage is a cost, so enabling us to lower that cost, we can keep prices down, and that's really what we're.
So what they mean by shrinkage is either by stuff getting destroyed, but more importantly, people stealing. They can't say it directly to you, but I'm going to just tell you, they want shrinkage to go down. Now, the problem is that the self-checkout that incentivized y'all to keep bringing stuff up as bananas. You ain't got it. They don't even have that many bananas in the store. You keep bringing up bananas and bananas, and so it then gives a red flag because it's like, wait a minute. I thought we only had like 100 bananas today, but we got 300 bananas every single day being rung up. How is that possible? Where's all of these bananas coming from? The tonnage is short. Y'all keep weighing bananas. Oh, I know what y'all be doing. You want them good eggs, don't you? So you get that one carton of eggs, the regular carton of eggs, and you put the good eggs in the basket right along with the regular carton of eggs. And then you switching them out as you're doing the rest of your grocery shopping. I know what you got going on. I seen every single trick in the book. Every single trick. I know what you did. And so as you was walking down the aisle, you just switched them out into the other cartons. And you got the regular carton, but you got them cage-free brown eggs that's organic and, regularly fed, horse-fed. You've been switching out the eggs. Stop switching out your eggs. Pay for your eggs. It's only an extra $1. It's an extra $1. They're saying they want you to pay for things the way that you want to pay for them. They just want to make sure that you're paying for them entirely, all right? Also, he did speak about keeping prices low. One of the reasons it's a couple different reasons why they want to keep prices low. Number one, because they want to make sure that they're competing against other grocers, especially mom and pop spots. That's number one. And then number two, you said you never heard of that, Osriel. I can tell you how all of these people be finessing. And then number two, don't y'all get no bright ideas. Anton told me to switch out my eggs. No, I didn't. I said, don't do it, and I'm watching you, and don't switch out your eggs. Listen, y'all don't want to get arrested over $1.50 more worth of eggs, do you? That's not going to be good for your portfolio. Don't get arrested for eggs. They watching you. All right? Now, let me get back to the core of what I'm saying. A, they do it to compete, and then B, they do it as a loss leader. So a lot of groceries have such thin margins, and then you combine that with the shrinkage, which they either pass on to the consumer or they try to offset it with general merchandise. So they're hoping that you come in, go all the way back to the store, and then don't go straight back to the front. You go to the back to the store, and then you go all the way around, and then you start going and getting some socks. You get you some Spalding shoes. You get you some Shaq Dunks, right? You pick up some shoes. You pick up some lingerie. Hey, baby. They want you to go through general merchandise because that's where they make the majority of their money. They want you to pick up a pillow here, candle there, try to steal you a TV, get caught at the door. They don't want you to do that. They want you to go through the general merchandise, so they design their store specifically for you to be able to navigate, walk through, get distracted, and buy things that you don't need when you didn't come in for it. That's one of the ways that they get you inside of the store.
We're focused on.
So self-checkout's not going away at Walmart?
There are a few stores where we've made the decision that they'll come out of, but we haven't made that decision in every store.
To come back to the point of inflation, you seem pretty optimistic that things are moving in the right direction.
I'm feeling much better. There are so many opinions 2 to 3 years ago on what would happen, whether it was going to be permanent or transitory or food only. And the answer is, what I've learned over 30 years is it's just really hard to tell. We want to be there for everybody. We serve the whole country, so we try to do the best we can to keep prices low in all categories and keep our quality in a place that's inspiring to our consumers so we can serve.
Hear what he had to say about inflation. Great interview there. But we know Walmart has really been pushing to hire employees for these higher paying jobs without college degrees. And they influence so much in the economy and other companies. Are they influencing other companies to do the same?
Well, they're holding their first ever opportunity summit here in D.C. today, where more than a dozen big companies are coming together. McDonald's, Home Depot, PepsiCo, Verizon. They're looking for ways to offer more of these six-figure jobs to more people, folks who don't necessarily have a college degree. And you heard him talk about training workers to have the right skills, to see a career path within the company, to see growth within the company. I think John Furner himself is a good example. He started out stocking shelves at a Walmart back in the 1990s. Now he's CEO of their U.S. operations.
Wow.
That is amazing.
So basically what they're telling y'all is that they want you to stick with the company long term. And then on top of that, and y'all remember when six figures used to be so elusive? And six figures, y'all just throw around everybody making six figures like it's nothing now. Six figures. That's a talking point now. Hey, you can make six figures. It's a talking point now. But they want you to stay with the company long term, and then hopefully that translates into you being successful there. And then you can also be a walking billboard and say, hey, man, I've been working at Walmart for 25 years. They'd always did me well. So shout out to Walmart. Shout out to Valmat. A lot of people don't know what Valmat is. They new to the show. Y'all know what Valmat is? Valmat is Walmart. When we used to go to a store in a little bit more of a seedy part of the city, not Detroit, but it was outside of the city. When we used to go to the store and we would go to Walmart, but the light on the W was out and the R on the light was out, and so it was spelled Valmat instead of Walmart. Yeah, not the whole W, just half the W. Half the W was out, so it was a V. And then the R's was missing, so it was actually Valmat. So every time we went to Walmart, we would call it Valmat. Such stupid stories. Dumbest stories in the world, dumbest experiences ever. But shout out to Valmat, doing well and doing great things.